I need to be in the bed. I seriously need to be in the bed. Hello, everybody, and this is Auntie, and I'm here to do my review of Love After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 4, Law Breakers and Love Makers. I need to be in the bed.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now, you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Auntie that lies, sweet old auntie. Auntie that way. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hi, everybody, and this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, I'm, so- I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me get myself. Did you? Okay. Okay, let me. Okay, let me get it together. Let me start over. Hi, everybody, and this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. Y'all, if I had to rate this episode of Love After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 4, um, um, Rule Breakers and Lawmakers and Love Makers, I'm gonna rate this episode a whole B. Let me know down in the comments section what you would rate tonight's episode of Love After Lockup. I was like, okay, Auntie, you have been busy at work. You've been looking at Netflix shows. You sit your ass up here and look at Love After Lockup. And now you out here doing a review on it because you can't stop laughing at this. The last couple of seconds of this cotton freaking show, y'all, was this was this funny or what? Boo, I'm trying to tell you. Let me highlight my members because they what make this world go round. Oh, hey y'all. These are the people that make this world go round. Hi, everybody. Y'all, This cotton freaking episode has so many cotton freaking twists and turns. And the last couple of seconds of this mofo was hilarious. Okay? Hilarious. Let's get into it. The first couple that I want to talk about is Taylor and Chance. Week after week after week, I am just absolutely convinced that Taylor's in trouble. Like, this woman is in danger. Now, as we all know, she has brought Chance into her house. And last week, when her and Chance was together, right, she started to see signs of aggressiveness from this mofo, right? And so she's got him, in the house with her little girls. Her little girls are all shaking up, vying for his attention and all that kind of stuff, right? And it's just like a little irritating to see that, she brought this man into her house and now she's thinking, hold on, y'all, let me get this. I do not like that looking like that. Okay. And now she's got him in there and she's having now second thoughts, 2020 vision about whether or not, he's suitable for her kids. So she got him in the house and everything. We see the kids jumping all over the place. Now, last week, he found out that his driver's license was suspended based on some insurance for penalties at the DMV. And so he was supposed to be getting this job that Taylor's friend hooked him up with. And so now, there's a possibility that he's not going to get the job because in order to get the job and be employed there, he has to be able to operate a vehicle. And without a driver's license, he can't legally operate this vehicle. So we see him, in the house with the kids, and the kids are doing, what kids do and stuff like that. And now her twin sister, who is not feeling him, has been spending a lot of time in her bedroom and not wanting to engage with him because, of course, Taylor went back and told her all the stuff that he said about her, behind her back. And so, she really not feeling him. And, we see him, basically being manipulative, aggressive towards her, disrespectful up in her household, extremely controlling, and just plain old simply, in my opinion, just being an abusive man. This man was already trying to regulate her from the prison, and now he is sitting up in her cotton freaking home, and he really showing his natural born ass around her and her children. And I'm extremely uncomfortable with watching it. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Let me know down in the comments section what y'all think about it. But I have found myself extremely uncomfortable with watching her scenes. She tried to go into the, it was 8 o'clock at night. And of course, the kids were still up. I'm hoping it was a Friday, right? Because they need to have a bedtime, especially if they going back and forth to school. Now, I don't know if this was, during the time where schools were shut down or whatever, but still, children need to be on a mother routine. And so we see that her children are absolutely, in my opinion, now on a cotton freaking routine with these mofos, right? And so anyway, they're in the kitchen and she, asked him, whether or not he wanted some pizza or whatever. And he was like, I guess, yeah. And so she went to the room and asked her sister if her sister wanted some pizza. And her sister was like, nah, I don't want any pizza. She don't want any parts of Chance, and I wouldn't either. And so we see, her going to the kitchen and him fussing about whether or not she's going to eat pizza, and her children are around, and the children get into the conversation between the two of them. Now, children, Taylor, they got their place. Now, I know that's their house. I understand that. And I know that's not their daddy. But your children should not be in an adult conversation at all. They need to sit down, be seen, and not heard. It just is what it is for me. They are too young to be engaging with this man. And the minute that he wants to discipline them, because she doesn't seem like she will stop that. She doesn't seem like she's of the hardest the mom that will protect her kids. That's just my opinion. It may not be true, but the way that the interactions that's going on in the house is, in my opinion, going to lead to destruction of her baby girls. Like straight up and for real. They are fussing back and forth with him. What if mommy is full? Maybe she don't want to eat pizza. That type of stuff. Sit down and shut up, because this can escalate to a whole nother level, especially if he gets to the fact, to the place where he becomes resentful about her children and think they got smart little mouths. I'm telling you right now, this girl is way over her head in this relationship with this cotton freaking man, and so are her girls. Like, seriously. And I usually don't say, children need to be seen and not heard. But when it comes down to grown folk stuff, they should not be in this at all. Period. Point blank, period. Seriously. Stay out the business. Shut up. Go in another room. Most importantly, she should have disengaged with him. But see, he's so bossy, and he's going to say out his mouth, he's going to say what he want to say. He don't give a damn who he talking to and where he at. Oh no, mofo. You going to learn that up in this house right here, you going to be careful, and you're going to walk on eggshells with what you say. You're not going to come up in my house and be arguing with me about whether or not I'm eating pizza with you. This is your first time eating the supreme pizza. And so, you want me to, partner with you in eating the pizza. Bitch, what you want me to do? Chew it for you and put it back in your mouth? Thank you so much, Never Lesser, for the $5 super sticker. Thank you, boo. What you want me to do? I'm sitting at the table with you, whether or not I want something to eat, that's neither here nor there. And then he, running through, having this bad week and all this. You mofo, you just got out of jail. You know what bad is. This ain't bad. This just a matter of inconvenience and communication and getting it right. This is about you fixing that situation. This is not about us having an argument. And the thing about it is she went to her sister and had a conversation with her twin sister and said how uncomfortable she was with him having an argument around her kids. But you should have told that mofo right then and there, unless you want to be put. Then he gonna tell her if she ain't eating the chicken, get the fuck out the kitchen. Whose kitchen? That's why I ain't on no shows like this, because I would be showing my straight up ass. Thank you so much, Max Felix, for the $5 super chat. You are absolutely correct, Auntie, but it's very unsettling seeing the little girls all over him. They are craving attention. Absolutely, Max. That goes without saying. That cotton crap, that crap. You don't have your children sitting up on laps, getting thrown up in the air. You don't have any of that stuff doing. First of all, you don't bring an ex-felon up in your house anyway with your little girls. So she done already broke the rules. It ain't gonna do nothing, in my opinion, but get worse from here. And now you sitting there telling your sister, you were hoping that things was going to be better. Didn't you listen to the mother when he was talking to you on the phone? He was controlling and all of that on the phone. He already let you know who he was. He's not coming in here pretending to be something in somebody. He is that something in somebody that you were sitting on that phone with for years after years, over top of years. And you thought that he was going to come up in the house and what was going to happen? He already told you that he putting your sister in the garage. So we see them later on go in the bedroom. She got her leg all thrown up over top of the mofo. And, they in there talking about relationships. She's got pictures of her ex-fiance who unfortunately passed away and was the father of her children. And he got a problem with her having a moratorium and, a cotton freaking memorial all over her house about him. And he's saying, you got to make room for me to come up in here by taking this mofo pictures down. Bitch, if you don't sit down and shut up, Don't say anything about the decor or anything else in my cotton freaking house. Nothing. Because you ain't paid for nothing that's up in here. Now, should she get rid of that stuff? Yeah. Then he comes out with a whole bunch of, tablet sheets torn out of a tablet with all these phone numbers on there of all of these women. And she's asking him to get rid of the woman. He's saying he got 38 cousins, that 38 of these women that are on this list are his cousins. Well, bitch, why didn't you parole at one of their houses then? If you got that many cotton freaking female cousins, I'm sure that they got room in their end. So why you sitting up there? Then he gonna tell me something. Then on the other side, he had other women on there and said that, you know what? I chose her. I could have chose to go home with somebody else, but I wanted an immediate family. And so he wants to be the daddy, but you're not a daddy. But she's letting this man come up into her house, and now you want to cry to your sister about the situation. And you got your girls up in there thinking that he's their cotton freaking daddy. Too close for comfort. He's too up underneath those kids. She's about a dummy. Why? Where do they get these people from? Do they not know that when we see their lives that we are going to have opinions about what we think about their lives? You open your life up and you got all these problems and all these issues and all these flaws. Are you freaking serious? Taylor, you in danger. And that's just my opinion about the bull crap. The next person that I want to talk about is Kayla and Martell. Kayla has moved to Atlanta, Georgia to be with Martell. Now, Martell done had to hook up by everybody. She done moved there and she's going to meet with him and his mama. With his mama for breakfast. So she meet with Mama Deuce. Okay, y'all know I call her by Mama Deuce. She meet with Mama Deuce, and they talking and everything, kicking the bobo. And they're talking about, how supportive that the two of them have been and how they have been partnering to make sure that they take care of Martell the best way that they know how to take care of Martell. And so, she asked the mother, do you think that I'm going to have to be dealing with cheating? And the mother was like, I don't know. He says he loves you. Mom, you didn't answer that question, Mom. Mom strategically did not answer that question. And I don't blame her because I would not be getting into that either. This girl has been, holding it down for him. She's relocated down there. And then she reveals that she hasn't even discussed it with her family, that her brothers don't even know that she's down there, that she's relocated and moved with an ex-felon. When it came down to the cheating, the mother was like, he got female friends and everything, people he been keeping in contact. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. So basically, the mother's saying, I'm going to turn the blind eye to whatever it is. And I ain't telling you nothing about my son. I can have women running in. This is my opinion. I can have women running in, out, around the house, okay, doing a revolving door, honey, like you at some department store. And the mother ain't going to say nothing because the mother's position is, it is what it is. You going to have to handle that yourself. Now, I know you held it down for my son. He said he love you, but as far as him cheating and all of that kind of stuff, that ain't none of my business. I'm just glad that my son is home. I'm riding and dying for my son, and I'm going to make sure that my son is taken care of and that he don't go back to jail. Well, guess what, Mom? You don't have no control over whether or not Martell go back to jail or not because you ain't had no control of him going in the first place. You can be there and do whatever you need to do. You seem like a very sweet woman and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, Mom. I'm just saying. But the mom she ain't gonna rat her son out. She gonna let him be for the community. And he, this girl to up and relocated. He's at the halfway house and everything like that. And y'all coordinating like y'all got a cotton freaking infant at a babysitter. Y'all coordinate. Girl, I can't. I ain't gonna be able to do it. So anyway, Martell finally comes out. She goes down to the halfway house to pick Martell up. She takes Martell to the new apartment that she has gotten for the two of them. She got a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, you know, for them. He walks up in there and everything with the cameraman and everything. And he asks her when was the last time she's giving him a tour of the apartment. And he asked her, when was the last time that you cooked in the kitchen? And she was like, yesterday. Why? And he was like, because you need to clean the stove. So, she looked like she had some seasoning or something like that on the stove. And so, he wasn't feeling it. So, she ain't say nothing about it right away. She was, still trying to give him the tour. She said, just the laundry room and everything. You know what I'm saying? That was sitting like in the hall in the closet, with them folding doors. And he walked by there and he was like, look like you need to do a load of clothes. So when he walked up in there, he had an expectation that joint was going to be perfect. He said he a clean mofo. He said even when he was incarcerated, his little cell, his little 2x2 was clean. And so of course, Kayla goes off. Because Kayla was like, how in the hell you gonna try to put me out there like I'm a dirty bitch? She was like, this is petty. And if you feel like the stove is dirty, then you clean it. You got 2 hands, mofo. Get your ass in there and clean it. So, basically what Martell was saying, first impressions, is she a dirty chick? And she's saying, you go up in there and clean that mofo too. But here's the thing though, boo. I know we all got our days when we ain't cleaning up the way we supposed to be cleaning up. But if you got him coming in there for the first time, you should have, absolutely cleaned up. She said that she, had baked a baked potato and, ate that before she got in the bed, so she can get up in the morning and go and pick him up. What y'all think about it? Y'all think Kayla nasty? Y'all think Kayla keep a dirty home? Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. But I tell you what Martell did. Martell, she was arguing and going back and forth and was, telling him what he could do and all of that kind of stuff. And Martell went up outside because he said he ain't gonna argue with her. He got choices. He went out there and called somebody and told them come get him. Because what he wasn't going to do was sit up in there and argue with her. Thank you so much. I made 59 look good for the $5 super chat. Auntie Mama says she's going to mind the business that pays her. That's exactly what Mama said. Okay. Thank you so much, baby, for the super chat. Thank you. When you got a mofo that you living in the house with and they just ain't know about cleaning up and you not, and you don't sweat the small stuff like that, it ain't gonna work out. So he goes outside, he calls. Here we are. He calls for a ride. She gets on the phone with her girlfriend, her cousin, or whoever it was, and she's telling him that, telling her that, he went off and he petty and all this kind of stuff. And if he can't accept her and, he got to be bumping off at the gums, complaining about that, then she was like, you know what? It ain't gonna work with us. She said, he a ungrateful mofo. She said, I done got up here and got this cotton freaking apartment. That's the first thing that's wrong. He ain't your husband. You shouldn't have procured nothing for him. You've been sitting there holding it down for this mofo. Why would he be grateful? You ain't taught him to be grateful. And neither is his mama. Because according to Martell last week, everybody been holding it down for him. He done had Cash App, Venmos, PayPal. He been getting money on his canteen so much so that he taking care of the whole prison, bitch. He able to decide what kind of food they have on the menu for the night and who get what. Martell said he ain't need you. He said he didn't need you at all. But you don't know that guy. You don't know that Martell don't give a damn about you and don't need you. Isn't that a mother for you? So she goes outside and she like, what's up? Martell like, I'm out. I ain't sitting up here arguing with you about this bull because I don't have to. Because again, I got options. And she's sitting up there holding the bag looking stupid, in my opinion. Looking real dumb, Kayla. I know y'all be out here peeking and looking for auntie's reviews. I know y'all do. Kayla, you looking real dumb. Because guess what? At the end of the day, Martell is ungrateful. And he's spoiled and he's entitled, in my opinion. He's the last mother you should have ever done something for. Some people you can't do nothing for, especially when he has options. And he has options. And when he first came home, he said, it's a lot she don't know about me. You damn right. He don't care. The next mofo that I want to talk about is Tiffany and Kevin. Is it Tiffany and Kevin I want to talk about? No. I want to talk about Indy and Harry. Indy and Harry are still at the sister's house. Indy dropped him off last episode. She dropped him off to go and be with his friend. Now, this mofo done already violated his probation one time when it was at the hotel. Now, here she is in the get good up morning, the good getting up morning, and this mofo ain't there. And her little girl is saying, where's Daddy Poppy or Poppy Daddy? Y'all see how that's up? From my understanding, they've been beefing back and forth on the internet. And here you got your daughter calling him Poppy Daddy. And the mofo didn't come home, which is yet another probation violation. Whether you get caught or not, you still violated the terms of your probation. And the only thing that Indy worried about is whether or not he with another woman. Didn't you say he could cheat? Didn't you say that he can love you? You're going to love him unconditionally? That you're not going to put conditions around that love? Why are you worried about the next chick? Matter of fact, you need to just go ahead on and interview him. Because he just told his homeboy that you're trying to lock him down. He love you, but he don't want to be locked down by you. Just go ahead on and interview the chick that you want him to be with. Because you wasn't there from the beginning. You wasn't there from the beginning. The only thing this girl worrying about is whether or not he's sleeping with somebody else. When you dropped him off, it wasn't no women there. But it was women that he was messing with at the cotton freaking a halfway house. Oh. I just happened to see that. Auntie, I caught my hubby singing your theme song at the beginning of your chat. Now he has me humming it. Everybody needs, okay, a sweet old auntie. Okay, love y'all. Love you, Annie and husband. So she's sitting up there, Indy, ain't around. Indy left out. She got her daughter. And she's just walking up through the girl house. I'm going to tell you, people living with you, that's a whole... Because she walking around that joint like she pay rent there. And Indy, unfortunately, don't have a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of. I'm sure that as close-knit as her family is that as close-knit as her family is. I'm sure they are supplementing. But this ain't right on no level. He comes through the house and he like, babe, babe. She don't know whether or not he committed a crime. She doesn't know whether or not he got arrested. She sits him down on the sofa and she wants to know, was there other woman around? Baby, that's the least of your worries. And he's sitting there telling her that he ain't got no rules. That he followed rules while he was in jail, but now that he out, he don't have no rules. He don't need the pressures from her. He don't need the criticisms from her. She said, you need to let somebody know. He's like, I don't need to let nobody know about what I do. I'm a grown man and I don't expect you or anybody else to steal my joy. He said I was drinking and I was getting high. And I have no expectation of answering to you. Because see, he grown and he doing it on his own. He said to her, you know that I've cheated. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. He said to her, you know I cheated. You know I do fucked up stuff, but you still want to be with me. If that ain't a low blow. If that ain't telling the truth, though. Because even though it was messed up when it went out into the air, there was no lie told. It ain't no need of you complaining about stuff that you are complicit with, Andy. And then we see them go out the house because she wants to go and see a psychic. And she lets him push her out the way to get in some car. Now, I don't know if it was a rental or what. But this mofo pushes her out the way and say he gonna drive. And this bitch ain't got a driver's license. You can't make this stuff up that Indy do. The stupidity of Indy. You cannot make it up. And the family has to realize how she's coming off on that screen. You can't get mad at anybody for the stuff that they say about Indy because ain't nobody lying, ain't nobody making this up. And if she's an actress, she need to make sure that her daughter getting paid because is she acting too? You cannot get mad when your sister or your daughter is out here acting like a buffoon over a man who had sex with her in a bathroom. You can't get mad when your daughter is up there in a hotel that look like Heartbreak Hotel. The radiator is busted. She has no plans and she's living with an ex-con sister. You can't get mad. You can't say about this. Nothing. She lets this ex-con get behind her vehicle and drive her baby. Can't make it up. Y'all, I'm not lying. This mofo is not only driving her, but her baby is in the back. And they beefing on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Periscope, blackpeoplemeet.com, Swamp Tinder, Bumble. They beefing. They beefing. This ain't love. Because according to the jail, you just a pen pal. So they driving down the road. This mofo switching illegal switching, lane switching, riding on the yellow line and impeding the speed limit. So the police pull him over because he don't know whether or not he got an a medical emergency or not. He said, usually, I got to pull people over for speeding, but bitch, you impeding and crossing over lines. Is you distracted driving? What is going on? The police officer asked him for his driver's license, and the bitch don't have one. And Indy told me something, I should have went with my first instinct. No, you should have went with the contract that the DMV, that the state has put in place for the legal operation of a motherfucking motor vehicle. That's what you need to do. You need to abide by the fucking rules. But you're so young and immature and you think this is cute. And he told me, I'm gonna calm down and everything because you can get shot or, yeah, you can. But the police officer thought you was white. And so he let you go with a ticket and a court date, bitch. He thought this motherfucker was white. He told her to switch drivers. They should have impounded her motherfucking car. And here your mama is a bounty hunter? Allegedly. And you doing stupid, reckless stuff with your baby in the fucking car. With your baby in the car. You don't even care about standing out on the highway possibly with your baby. Because you just want to make Harry happy. And you don't want him to be with another woman. You cannot make this bull up. When I tell you you can't make it up, you can't make it up. India is looking like a buffoon. And I feel sorry for her family because they got to defend it. But this stuff is indefensible. You can't defend this because she's doing this. So there ain't no need to come and at subscribers or people who making comments. It ain't no need to do all of that. I don't make comments on my comments. You say what you say. You see what you see. You say what you say. People don't agree with everything I'm saying, but your sister, your daughter out there looking like a buffoon. And she's putting her daughter at risk. Period. I don't see how these people don't get their kids snatched. I don't see how, because to me, that's reckless endangerment. You got this motherfucker driving your car with no state-issued driver's license. And he's swerving on the motherfucking road to the extent that he getting pulled over. Fuck out of here. Coming after people and getting mad because people saying something about her trifling ass. Fuck out of here. The next couple that I want to talk about is Rick and Reagan. Is that her damn name? Shoot, what's her damn name? Reagan. Reagan is sitting up there at the cotton freaking Thanksgiving dinner. His best friend Ramona comes over there with her green bean casserole dish for Thanksgiving. She gets to meet Reagan for the first time. She comes up in there, Reagan like, hey, hey, what's up, boo? Hey, hey. She's happy to be a part of this. She's supporting Rick. Rick's sitting at the table, the table all crunchy, house all junky and dirty. That's it, bitch. I couldn't eat nothing there. I apologize. I haven't been feeling my best. I did want to come out, but I'm not going to eat anything. I think I have an upset stomach. Don't know whether or not I got food poisoning, bitch, or not. And then we see them sit at the table, and she takes her cell phone out, plumps that mofo up on the freaking table, and puts Kay, who's in jail, on the table to have dinner with everybody. Hey, everybody, here go Kay. Kay, say hi to everybody in the house. Kay up in the house. Kay up in the hizzy. Kay talking like she at the end of the table, bitch, in a daggone high chair. Kay is at the cotton freaking Thanksgiving dinner. Now, Rick already know that there was red flags flying all over the place. So now Rick is saying this is weird and he's feeling uncomfortable because she got Kay sitting on the cell phone at the table, bitch. And ain't no shame in her game. And the whole family knows her. Kay was getting passed around the table, honey, like the muffins. When a mother took and had the turkey sitting up on the cotton freaking plate with the foil on it, with somebody that already sawed and hacked that turkey down to a chicken. And bitch, the fork was sitting right there on the cotton freaking turkey. The father, she said, "Hon, you want some?" Daddy take his hand and just go up in the turkey like that. I said, bitch, what? Don't you see that fork sitting in that thing? Use a fork, mother. Then he's sitting there, got a cutting freaking some ham on a fork, and he talking and everything, and the ham is like this. I said, if the ham come off and catapult somebody, catapult across the room and bust a bitch in the eye, I'm dead, and I'm dead to the bed. No manners, no table etiquette, just ghetto. As it mean? Or if you gonna be getting food off of a community plate, you use a tongue or a fork or something, bitch. You don't just take your hand and go up in the turkey like that. No, Daddy. I don't give a fuck who house. They reaching all across the table, the cutting freaking cell phone. Do you know how nasty a cell phone is? I need to get a new case, y'all. This is just trifling to me. But I love this cutting freaking case. A cell phone is so nasty. It's up against your ear. It's on the table. It's in the car. Like it's nasty. And she got the joint plopped up like that right there, like that right there, like it's sitting like that. Hey, Kay. And then he gonna get up in it and say, "Do I need to give you a cotton freaking piece of my double egg?" And he gonna put it up to the nasty ass screen. I said, "You can't make this." And she said, "Yeah, it was, my dad found out that I was gay." The dad said, "You mean bisexual?" He's like, "You mean bisexual?" She said, "No, gay. But I'll be bisexual for you, Rick, if that makes you feel better." The father said he caught her with 2 girls when she was young. 2. You can't make this. When I tell you you can't make this, this is what I'm telling you. He's sitting there weird. Ramona said, "Ain't no need for me to ask where y'all met." She said, "Who's Kay?" She said, "Kay, my girlfriend." She said, Ramona said, "Well, goddamn." Rick's sitting here looking like a fool. She said, "I guess you and Rick and Kay got to work that honey, by the time Ramona ate that last string bean out that casserole, Ramona said, I'm the fuck up out of here. Ramona said, I ain't dealing with this. And he worried about whether or not I like him. And he's sitting up here with her. And she says she's gay, not bisexual. They had to convince her that she was bisexual. Yeah, they did. Then they leave out together because she's going to spend the night with Rick. She says she ain't had sex with a man in 5 years. Oh, but she been having sex. It just been, with a man in 5 years. So they get to the house and everything. She gets on the bed and Rick puts it on her. She said the sex with Rick was better than what she thought it was going to be. But bitch, she's in love with Kay. She said she at first she tried to say that she wasn't thinking about Kay while she was making love to Rick. But then she said, no, I'm lying. I was thinking about Kay because I love Kay more than I love him. Kay is her girlfriend. She's been in a relationship with Kay for 4 years. She asked Rick, how do you feel about it? He said it's weird. But Ramona said that he's going to say, hey, I'm Rick. I'm fine with everything. And sure enough, he did. He has yet to speak his mind about how uncomfortable he is about her being in this relationship. He said that he was so uncomfortable at the table, he felt like he needed to get the fuck up. He wonders whether or not he's been had, taken, tricked, bamboozled, used by Reagan. The answer to that would be yes, unequivocally. Rick said he put it down and he put it on her. But Rick don't hold a candle to Kay. She said, because Kay know what she doing. Chill. To wrap it up, we're going to talk about Kevin and Tiffany. Now, Tiffany told Kevin, don't bring your ass down to this jail. To this halfway house. But he gets up in the morning. He said he going anyway. So he gets down to the halfway house, waiting on Tiffany to come. Because he knows there's some stuff going down with Tiffany. In the meantime and in between time, we get introduced to Curtis. Curtis is a friend of Tiffany and has been a friend of Tiffany for quite some time, but he never got the die. He wasn't there from the beginning. So Kevin is sitting down there. He see the parking lot clean. He don't see nobody. And all of a sudden, the F-150 pulls up. And guess who in the F-150? Curtis. Tiffany comes up out of the car. Tiffany comes up out the cotton freaking halfway house with her little bags and stuff. Kevin like, yeah, what's up? Hey, what's up, Tiffany? What's up, boo? What's going on? Because now he done figured that Curtis is there. He said he know Curtis from around the neighborhood. He said he ain't nothing but a little bitch boy. He a little sucker. So, of course, they going back and forth. They got words. Tiffany walking shorty badass. Tiffany said, I told them I ain't want him here. But y'all know how messy the producers are. They set that up anyway. They told Kevin what time she was coming out and everything. Because when the stuff started going down, they put her in the producer's van because it was popping off down that mother. And she said, I told y'all I did not want him to come down here because I knew it was going to be some You talking about So she going back and forth, Kevin helping her load the stuff. She got quite a few things that she had at the halfway house. And so, she's got Curtis, bringing this stuff back and forth with her. And they just cussing at each other. You little punk bitch. Oh, that's your man now, Tiffany? Tiffany steady walking. Tiffany like, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. Curtis is out there talking big to Calvin. Kevin ain't playing. Kevin ain't playing with him. Kevin best. Because see, Kevin is for the streets. He's community property. But he don't want the woman that he with, not Tiffany, to be community property. Until he say she can be for the streets. So Tiffany like, I'm going to keep on getting my stuff. He was like, so Curtis gets the box, right? He got a box and Kevin like, you little bitch, you this, you that, you little punk, little shriveled up, look at you, you weak, woo, 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 woo. And so Curtis like, man, I'll whoop. He got the box in his hand, right? He was like, man, I'll whoop your ass with this box in my hand. So, he all out the car. They talk about what they gonna do with the woo whoop and the boop boop boop. But Kevin was like, I ain't playing with him. He was like, man, I'll knock your ass out. So Kevin was like, so they get to a point, they put her in the thing. She said, I didn't want him here. She didn't want all this drama and everything. She kissed Curtis on the mouth, but Curtis comes up out the van, out the F-150. I'm sure the producers did that. He comes about the F-150, and now he up in Kevin's face. He up in Kevin's face. Kevin said, okay. He was like, look at you. Curtis was like, look at you. You all short. You a little man. Kevin was like, man, I will knock your ass out. Curtis did one of these numbers. He gave him his chin. He put his hands behind his back and gave him his chin. Like, go ahead. Kim said, what, Cam? Let me tell you something. Curtis went down like that. Arms was still around, was still behind his back. Kevin knocked. The only thing that didn't happen was Curtis ain't lose his shoes. His mama tied them mofos tight before he left the house. He knocked his cold out. You don't never put your hands behind your back and give a mofo your chin. Kim said, cow. That mofo dropped like that. And then it ended. What the whole? He knocked him out. You talk about somebody was laughing. I said, what an idiot. You come down here and get knocked out in front of the halfway house when you could have got in your F-150 and got the fuck out of there. You know Kevin is for the streets. I was like, what an idiot. You out there talking all that trash and you let a little man, a little short bitch man, knock you out? Come on now, Curtis. Do better. You need to go on down there to the little taekwondo joint and get you a white belt. You need to, get some self-defense classes or something. Go to the man on YouTube that be doing a little, Detroit thing. Find you somebody to help you out, because bitch, you don't never give nobody your chin. He knocked you swear out. And let me tell you something, honey. You wasn't a weeble wobble, because when you feel like a rock. I know that skin. I know when your body slid down and fell on that daggone asphalt like that. I know you got skid marks on the on the side of your damn temple. Bitch. You can't make this stuff up. Y'all, again, if I had to rate this episode, I would rate this episode a B. It was so freaking close to an A. I'm telling you, it was so close to an A. Thank you, y'all, for finally getting it right. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this episode. Y'all go ham. What y'all think about the knockout? Is Kayla's house dirty? Does she keep a dirty, nasty, foul house? Okay, or was it just a coincidence? Is Reagan gonna stay with Rick? Okay, is she like straight up gonna be with Kay? Now I understand that Kay ain't getting out no time soon. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you to everybody who sent a super chat or a cash app, because some of y'all have been cash apping me. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you to my moderators who always keep the room nice and safe, and a very special shout out to all of the members of Auntie's Advice. I truly enjoyed you all last night, and I look forward to being with y'all again. Bye, y'all.